Okay, mind blown. I just saw Deadpool. Okay? If you know me, I hate all superhero movies. I think they're lame. They're stupid as shit. I'm just sorry. Not the superhero themselves or the villains, just how the movie's made. Like it's made a certain style that I just don't really care for. What I like about Deadpool is, one, original. Like, you know, something legitimate, got cancer, people are testing out different treatments, you know, blah, 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 blah. And then that one dude was a dick, you know, so obviously a villain, and fucked them all up. So, instead of being like, I mean, Batman went after revenge for his parents, but he also saved the innocent. And Spider-Man saved the innocent, but, you know, tried to help Mary Jane, and then his uncle died, or grandpa, or whoever, and then his aunt, or grandma, you know, whatever. But with Deadpool, the only reason why he went after that dude was strictly for selfish reasons, for revenge. And then when he found out he got his girlfriend, you know, that boosted it up. Like every superhero movie has a damsel in distress, like, oh, I love you, you gotta come save me. And what was cool about how they met, you know, because superheroes always come from fucked up backgrounds, I like how they went like really overboard with it. Like they went back and forth in the bar telling the most fucked up things they've been through, and then like fall in love, you know, like over exaggerating how superheroes have a bad life. And then I like how when, you know, he meets up with that iron guy and that teenage chick with the shaved head, girl looks straight up like girl with dragon tattoo. Alright, first of all. And second of all, you know, that iron dude, you know, there's a Thing and there's a Hulk. See, they were trying to form a team like Fantastic Four and like, you know, Marvel, like with the Wolverine and shit. And Deadpool was like, nah, fuck that shit. And then, you know, they always have that weird chick, which would be that shaved head chick. Her name's fucking ridiculous. That's why it's funny. Where was I going with this? That's why they had her in there, because if you notice, like there's Storm with Wolverine, and then with Fantastic Four, there's Invisigal. So there's always some weird looking chick with crazy hair, crazy shit going on. So, you know, there you go right now. And like I said already, like the Hulk and the Thing. And Deadpool's like, no, I don't want to join your little boy band. Thought that was fucking hilarious. And then, not only, Deadpool's not a hero. He didn't care about the other people getting experimented on. He cared that the motherfucker fucked his life up. So he wants revenge to go kill that motherfucker. So he just kills everybody and everything. I'm glad they made it rated R so you can see titties and nice headshots, bro. Like with the one bullet, like killed two dudes in a row, and then like the fucking bullet was stuck in his head. So cool. And I like how every time, you know, how they have those little corny, cheesy things that superheroes say. I like how he was a sarcastic asshole, but still funny. And I also like, you know, in other superhero movies, they have pauses where the superhero will say something like cool or whatever, or funny, a catchphrase before they like kill somebody or they do something. Yeah, they did that on point, like over exaggerated everything to make it blatantly obvious that they're making fun of other superhero movies, which is like awesome slapstick comedy. Like I just enjoyed myself. And then especially like towards the end, you know, the villain's on the roof, you know, Deadpool comes walking up and the villain announces himself. And usually, you know, like super villains, you know, the bad guy always says their name and has some big entrance. And nah, this dude was just like whatever, and then Deadpool narrated, oh yeah, you want me to spell out your name too? Like totally, you know, like making fun of the fucking villains always trying to like a dramatic, you know, entrance into the scene. And then, like, totally cool-ass killing, like, scenes. Like, just hilarious, out of the norm. Like, torturing people just to get information. You know, heroes don't do that. They usually catch the bad guys and then let the cops handle them. Nah, he didn't do that shit. And then, when it comes to saving his chick, like all superhero movies, they have a damsel in distress. They're in love. Oh, no. You know, she saved her own damn self. She cut and got out of that little thing and killed the dude that was attacking her boyfriend. Like, straight up stabbed him with a sword all the way through. Like, no other girl does that in superhero movies. And if they do, like, they try, they either get hurt or shit just don't work out. Like, they'll, like, come up and then they just get hurt and nothing happens. And I love how, like, almost every I don't know if I already said this, but every superhero movie, you know, alleyways. What's with alleyways? You know, you got, like, Batman, and, you know, his parents died in an alleyway. It's always dark time, you know, get revenge, but also save people. And then Spider-Man, it's raining, Mary Jane's about to get raped or whatever. I'm gonna come save the day and, like, kiss upside down and shit in the rain with the cold breath. And in Deadpool, they had the cold breath. And what I liked about it was he was late getting to her. That's awesome, you know? And then, you know, he goes, saves her. Bitch gets out that tube by herself, independent ass woman, and then she kills that nigga for him, and then, hey, you know, they're in love, and then, you know, of course, he's ugly as shit, he don't even want to see, and you know, in most superhero movies, I don't care what you look like, I love you anyway. Well, no, that's not real life. That is not real life. I love the fact that she took off his mask, and not only was it a joke, because there was another one over it, that was hilarious, but she took that off, and she was honest, but nice about it. Because she was like, you know, I'm going to have to take, you know, a couple shots, and this and that. And then, you know, we can get our, you know, shag on. You know what I mean? Like, at least she was honest, and, like, was so in love with him. And I love the fact that she got mad at him for leaving her. You know, superheroes are just leave out of nowhere, and then when they come back, the woman's all, I love you, oh, you came back. Nah. This chick straight up punched him in the face and kicked him in the nuts and said, you left me, you know, I thought you died. Like, that's some real shit, you know? That is fucked up. You know, you can't just expect, oh, you're a hero and you came to get me even though I could save myself, and you expect everything to be better. Like, no, that's not how shit works. So I love the fact that they were real. They were sarcastic, they were funny, it was slapstick comedy. They made everything so blatantly obvious for people who hate superhero movies. And it surprises me how much I know about superhero movies when I fucking absolutely hate them. But it's not that I hate them, like I said, about them being a hero. I like powers, they're cool and shit. You know, Storm's hot, whatever. Catwoman's hot, whatever. But, like, I don't like how it's written out, like how it's like played out, like the dialogue and the script and the certain camera angles and the way it's just shot in general, like with a bunch of just nonsense. And I love, you know, how, you know, I don't know if I already repeated this, but Deadpool had that blind old lady taking care of him. Well, if you notice, in almost every superhero movie, there's some old guy or woman or people taking care of the superhero. And then, you know, he goes to say, I love you to her, but then, you know, said a fucking joke at the end of saying I love you. Like, oh, there's a bunch of coke hidden somewhere, and because she's blind, that's fucking hilarious. You know, there's coke if you find it, you know, whatever. You know, like that stuff like that. Like, and like, scenes where it was supposed to be serious, like when the Russian, or the whatever Russian British dude was standing over him, talking about the procedure he's about to go through, and he's all like serious, and then, you know, Deadpool just like makes a joke out of it, like totally just sarcastic, slapstick, joke, comedy, like shit. Like, it was just off the chain. Like, I was so amazed, because you could tell that, I believe, the lady that wrote Deadpool hates superhero movies and made it. That's why people who hate these kind of movies realize that Deadpool's fucking kick-ass, because it's completely different. Like, there's so many things I can point out. Like, they make so many references to so many other things, like, that are just so fucking hilarious, that only people who hate super movie heroes would, like, fucking know about. You know, it's just so funny. Ugh, oh my god. I am just so happy. Like, I have never been that ecstatic and excited after watching a movie in the longest time. And I love movies. I just didn't think I was going to fall in love with it at first. And then the fact, you know, like, he's just, like, independent and, like, you know, not caring. And it's like, he didn't get bit by no spider, or he didn't get no radioactive whatever, or deformed magic shit or whatever. He had cancer, and they were trying out different treatments, you know, and the dude fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like he actually gained powers. I mean, the only power he gained was, like, regenerating body parts and, like, mending his own body, and he can't die. So that's cool. But, like, all the other special things that he does with weapons and kicking ass, that's like special ops shit that he already knew. So, like, I like that fact. And I like how he's anti-everything. And at the end of the movie, you know, like, at the very end when he's at the robe, and he's like, you know, oh, I guess you guys are wondering about a sequel. Like, and he's already, like, talking about, like, giving all the information for a sequel. And who knows, there might not, or will be, but he just started giving out information about the next sequel and, like, making jokes about a sequel and shit. Like, that's funny. Like, that's what I like. Like, real, raw things. Like, those, like, not that fairy tale superhero, lame-ass plot line that is always the same. But I loved how they kept it the same in Deadpool, but completely changed it up to the point to where it's blatantly obvious. They were making fun of him. Mockery. You know, like, it was just amazing. And they still kept on point with being and filming like a superhero movie. It just blew my mind, dude. I'm in love with it. Like, it is, like, one of the most honest fucking cool things. And you know how a superhero has a friend, you know, in a scene where he's with his friend, he said, you know, oh, Wade, you know, I wish I could go with you. And then Wade's like, oh, no, it's no big deal. And then, you know, he's like, well, I don't want to go. Like, basically saying, you know, like I didn't want to go. You know, in other superhero movies, you got, like, Robin, and you got, like, people that want to help and shit, all up in the way. And this dude straight up was just nice about it. Just like, I mean, I do want to go, but nah, I'm good. Like, that was just, like, the most honest thing I've ever heard in a movie dealing with superheroes. And it's not even a superhero. He's, like, anti-superhero. It was all based on his selfish needs. It was all based on revenge because someone fucked up his life on purpose. And, like, you could say there's a lot of that in Batman and Spider-Man and stuff, but just not the same way, though. Like, with Spider-Man and Batman, like I said before, they were actually willing to help the people, and they didn't really want to kill the villain. And even though Spider-Man did kill Green Goblin, it was on accident. He didn't really want to. I mean, it wasn't really on accident, but the thing flew into him. But he didn't really want to kill him. You know, like, I just think it's fucking cool. I'm just excited. And now I'm watching Get Hard with Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart, and that's my shit. And it's so funny because I love Kevin Hart. He is so hilarious. Like, I don't think I've seen a movie that made me feel this interested, excited, proud, and like somebody understood me before. I'm gonna say it again. Hate superhero movies of any kind. I'll watch them, but I don't like them. And the only reason, like I said before, that I don't like them is like how it's set up, how it's written, how it's directed, the